Here we are today with Sarah, and what I want to do on her is to show just a quick updo. And the way I want to do it is with some braids. You know, braids are really popular right now, and I want to show something that's quick and easy, almost something that she could do on herself. What I want to do first is, you see this tiny little face. Her hair is all one length here, just about, a little bit of layering. But I'm going to start with the side part. This is kind of a natural fall for her. So we'll use that. We'll keep that in mind there. And what I want to do is I'm going to section this off right here, Debbie. I'm going to take the front, get that out of the way. I'm going to work just on this back first. And what I want to do is I don't want to pull this into a ponytail. With this side part, I want to give a little asymmetric feel, so her chignon will be a little to the side. So what I want to do first is I don't want to put this in a ponytail. I'm going to do some braids, some loose braids, and that will be our chignon. So first what I want to do is start this braid low, get some nice braids in here. You can do several braids. You can do them thicker, fatter, looser. I like it to look kind of loose and tousled, not so neat and tidy. We want it kind of tousled and messy, a little unconstructed, something that looks just tousled and soft, very casual. Of course, you could make this where it could be dressier or a little more formal. We don't want a formal look today. We want to do something just very soft and loose. So we've got one braid here. Do another one right here. And the braids are, you see them everywhere now, especially when you have hair this long. You see how super straight this hair is. She does have a little natural way, but you know, we're down here in the South where it's very humid. Hair is hard to curl, doesn't like to stay very well, or the texture of the hair gets unruly. So this is such an easy thing you can do on yourself, and you can also change it. You know, what I'm going to do is going to be flattering to Sarah's face. She's very petite and tiny, so I think doing something low and to the side is a little modern, a little newer. So, but you can take this and you can take this idea and you can put it, you know, high on the head. You can do it to the center here. So it's just taking an idea and just being creative and making it your own. So I think what's nice about this, when you have hair this long, you try to come up with something different and something new. So just playing with the hair, you have to really be creative and lots of practice, because that's all you need, is just to get creative, and this is such great hair to play with. So I've got some braids here. I'm just going to fasten them off here. And then what I'll do is see, they look very thin, very skimpy, so I'm going to make them a little fatter. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that, because we want to make it very messy and tousled, nothing tight. So we'll just braiding this down. I've got 4, I might have 5 back here. One more I'm going to have to the back. And then in that front, we'll leave it smooth, but I want to give it a little texture and a little pieciness by doing a little French braid or a cornrow through the sides that will go into the chignon. One more right here. Let's give one more. Actually, no, that's enough. Then what I want to do is go back, pull little random pieces out. We want to make this braid a little fatter, a little more texture, a little messier. That's what this is all about. You don't want it perfect. You want it very, very undone. And like I said, this is something she could almost do on herself. But it's just such a modern, young look. See, when you pull those out, you get that just a little messier, fatter braid. Some of that loopiness is good to see, especially when you pull it back. Now, we've got 4 little messy braids there. We're going to have one more here, because these sides will count. So let's do, this is where I would do it a little tighter, just because you want to see that texture in the front here. So we've got a little braid going on here. And like I said, this is something that really could be done so many different ways. It's just being creative and playing with the hair. See now, I'll braid this on down. And I'll do the same thing. I'll make this very loose and messy. And even leaving these ends out, we'll use these little straight ends as part of the style too. Coming to the end, we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just hold that in place. Now we'll do this side here. And because we've got this nice side part, you can see we'll have a little more braid in the front here. So now this is where you'll see a little more texture in the front by doing braid right here at the front. And anytime I think anything's perfect, it's just not as flattering. You don't want every little hair in place. You don't want it to be so symmetrical either. It's better a little slightly off center, a little slightly asymmetric is always better. And this is just a simple French braid that's just so classic and it's pretty, really in curly hair with a little texture or the silky straight hair too. Working my way right down. Very silky, shiny hair. Now, coming to the end here. A little more ponytail here. Now, we will loosen, pull a few of those out so we don't have it so neat. Now, what we're going to do, we've got lots of loose braids. How much you hold this ready for me so I can my little system here. Now, what we're going to do is tilt you up down a little bit here and say, look into the mirror here, because I think that has a lot to do with it. You've got to be able to see in the mirror. I'm going to take this first. I'm going to see, taking that ponytail holder off, then pin that end down, and all I want to do is kind of knot, roll this braid up and kind of almost in a knot, and then pin. See, almost just making a little messy shape, pulling that off, because you don't want to see the rubber band, and I like seeing those little straight ends kicking out. Something piecey, and adds another little texture to it. And just taking bobby pins and pinning it at the root, leaving some of those little ends out. Now, because we want this to the side, I'm pulling some of these, almost trying to tuck under. I'm kind of trying to create a little chignon, a little bun here, having just a little messy bun. Now you could have braided this all the way to the ends, but it's just, like I said, it gives another texture to it by having these ends straight and not having to curl the hair. And actually, Sarah, your hair will look good when you take it down. It'll have a little, kind of that messy beach wave look to it. And because you could have done this damp. Now you can see how we've got a little bit of a knot, a little bun coming up here. Let's bring this up a little fatter and pin that in. Oops, that one slid off. That was easy. I'm going to gather those little pieces, and it's just playing with the hair. Get a mannequin head and practice. If you've got a model or a great client with long hair, this is the best way to do it, is to keep practicing and playing with the hair, because a lot of stylists struggle with putting hair up, and I think sometimes they just make it too hard. When you look at the magazines, I think so many of the celebrities set the trends, they set the styles, and the ones on the red carpet, you see the celebrities with just very messy do's with their evening gowns. So it doesn't have to be every hair in place. Hair has changed so much for evening looks. So it's just a much more modern take on a hairstyle that can be worn up. Pushing those pins in good. Her hair's so soft. And we've got one more here that I'm going to pull. Almost kind of just let it drape over. See, we want to show some more of the braiding, so I'm going to put this one on the top. Pull that end ponytail off. And whenever you have a pin, I think sometimes some stylists, they want to use so many, oops, that's not a pin there. They use too many bobby pins, and they have it so tight that it's almost uncomfortable. See, take and pin into the braid. Just hide that bobby pin. It's so easy to do. Got a few more. And then using your mirror to look in, just to see that shape, see what it's doing. I have it so perfect. Today she's got her shorts on and her little plaid shirt. So it would go with her outfit. But she could put on a little strapless dress and look just as good. You see right here where I've got it too loose? Pin this in a little closer. Just push it in and pin it. And it really is all it needs. This is great for that super long hair that you don't know what to do with. I mean, if you need 10 minutes to put the hair up, make it easy, make it simple. What would really be pretty in this too is if she had a little flower. A flower would be pretty, a little tortoiseshell comb, something that you could dress it up a little bit with. Now when you see Sarah from the front, it's just such a young, modern look. You know, she's got that looseness to it. Her profile is very pretty with it. It's got this little messy chignon that really is just so simple and really pretty. And you can see here, and I think just turning her and looking at it from every angle is real important. It's got to look good from any side that you look at it from. So go around the chair and check it out that way. And very cute. Very, very cute. Just pull her in so you can get a good look. Just nice and messy. Very cute. All right, thanks for watching. I'll use Sarah again for a model. Tune in.